The one thing we all really want from superhero movies is for them to not take their audience for granted. No more multiverse madness, seriously. No more entire movies just serving as cameos for A-list actors. Just a good old-fashioned superhero movie with one clear objective. That's it. And Brave New World? Well, at least it tries. Captain America Brave New World is the first Marvel movie of 2025 starring Anthony Mackie as Sam Wilson, who takes over the role of Captain America and must work alongside Ross, played by Harrison Ford, the newly elected president of the United States. Despite their differences and past history, they'll have to work together. The trailer somehow managed to show everything and nothing at the same time. We knew Red Hulk was coming. We knew who was going to be Red Hulk. Yet, they never really revealed what the movie was actually about. So I can't deep dive into the plot without giving away spoilers, and since this is a non-spoiler review, I'll try to keep things as vague as possible. I went in knowing nothing and I wasn't disappointed, let's put it that way. It's not shocking that the bar is pretty low these days, so it's also very easy to have a good time even if the movie isn't excellent. Let's be real, no one's expecting excellence from Marvel though. No one's looking for the pinnacle of filmmaking here. All we want is a good superhero movie that pulls us in, makes us care, and gives us someone to root for, not just a string of 5th grade gags that insult our intelligence or assume we don't know better. The real problem started when Marvel cranked out too many movies too fast, giving artists less time to create and audiences more mindless content that they could even digest. They took viewers for granted, banking on brand value and audience loyalty while churning out lazy writing, forced humor, and poorly written characters. That had to stop at some point, and I'm glad this movie does not fall into that trap, or at least tries not to. You can actually see the effort. I'm more happy about the concept than the actual execution. There were moments where I thought, damn, this feels like old school Marvel, like something straight out of Phase 1 or Phase 2. It's not just CGI fights, constant cameos, or an obsession with making everything bigger. It's about relationships, the layers of complexity within a character, and the idea that things aren't just black and white. And when the movie hits its high points, it really hits. There's friendship, responsibility, and the weight of stepping into someone else's shoes. That's at least something, I'll give them that. Then again, there are moments where it tries a little too hard to fall right back into Marvel's infamous habit. Poorly done CGI, throwing in comedic relief even during serious scenes. A few of them land, but thankfully they are rare enough to overlook this time around. Overall, this movie stands as a serious yet wholesome watch about second chances, seeing the good in people and stepping into the shoes of those who came before. It explores the weight of expectations, how the pressure to live up to a legacy can either shape you for the better or break you entirely. For those who have already watched The Falcon and the Winter Soldier, some themes might feel a bit redundant since we've already seen Sam Wilson step into the role of Captain America and grapple with its challenges. But don't worry, that's not all this movie has to offer. For starters, Harrison Ford's character. The man is 82 years old and boy can he act. Sure, there have been movies where you could tell he was just phoning it in, but Brave New World is not one of them. He brings a layer of duality to Ross that keeps both Sam Wilson and us guessing. Is he good? Is he bad? You never quite know what he is thinking, and he plays that mystery really well. And then there is Giancarlo Esposito. Something about that man, he just commands attention. The moment he speaks, you're like, yep, this guy knows what he's talking about, even if he's spouting complete nonsense. But you know what happens when you set expectations too high. He makes an entrance, has presence, and then, I don't know, I just felt like they didn't utilize him to his full potential. Or maybe they will. You'll have to watch the movie to find out. Anthony Mackie finally got his own movie, and he has his moments. Let's be real, this isn't an all-star Marvel ensemble that's an automatic must-watch for everyone, but it holds your attention for most part of the movie, and let's be honest, it's far superior to movies like Madam Web and Love and Thunder. Not that those set a high bar, but hey, these are the times. Big reason for that, Anthony himself. We have seen him since The Winter Soldier in 2014, and his character has grown tremendously over the years. He carries all that history, all that baggage, but it still wears it with a smile, and you can see all of that in his face. Action? Well, Captain America does have some cool tricks up his sleeve, some solid hand-to-hand combat, but mostly it's all CGI fights and nothing you have not seen already in Marvel, and honestly has been done better before. And that's all fine as well, because action isn't the main focus of this movie, it's more of a tool to move the story forward. But I can't even recall a standout action scene that truly left an impression. It just happens and fades away. The best one? Probably the Red Hulk sequence, and even that lasts about 10 minutes max. That's still longer than how long CGI is passable, to say the least. This is something even I can't defend. You expect better from Marvel, especially after the Red Hulk scene when Sam Wilson is talking to Hulk in the Cherry Blossom area. Something about it just sticks out like a sore thumb. Maybe it's the camera work, the angles, or the lighting, but it's so obvious that the background was unnatural. Maybe they shot it in a green screen or a blue screen. Sam's character is right there on screen, but the background and lighting don't blend properly at all. I don't know if this was due to the reshoots or something else, but even as a noob, it was impossible not to notice that something felt off there. There's one post-credit scene after all the credits roll, teasing yet another possible direction from Marvel's endless list of what's next setups. Overall, seems like an unpopular opinion, but I enjoyed this more than I expected. It's not quite there yet, but at least it feels like they're trying something, they're trying to steer things in the right direction. And with Daredevil Born Again and Thunderbolts coming up, maybe it's not the worst time to be a superhero fan after all.